So it's another week of updates. Yeah, I'm just here this afternoon. It's Thursday. To be honest with you, this week I've just really not felt good in terms of what I'm doing. Yeah, this week's been tough, I must say. I'm starting to come back to myself now, but I've just been a bit of a rut the last 3 days. Essentially since sort of taking it a bit too far at the weekend. Just been kind of annoyed by that, and to question a lot of the things and the ways that I've been doing things, which I suppose is necessary, and it's a good thing to think like that. It sort of wakes you up a little bit. So what I'm talking about really is, like, I've sort of spent days where I'm like, right, I'm working, but I don't want to be working. I'm doing gym stuff, but I don't want to be doing gym stuff, and I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself in terms of getting things done by a certain time, because I say I'm going to do it by then. And although that seems like a good trait and a good thing, especially for, like discipline and working well and working fast, I think that it has actually been really detrimental, especially in a lot of other areas. Like, yeah, just my general overall, like, well-being. I've been very, very strict and very scheduled recently. And although it can be good, and I'm glad I was doing it this week, because if I had sort of slacked off a little bit, I think I would have regretted it, and it would have been hard then to get back into routine. Like, I've been in my routine and I've been working well, but I just haven't been happy, and I've really been doubting if this is what I want to be doing right now, or do I just take it easy? It's either sort of like go all in on this, which I've been really, really wanting to do for the last few weeks and have been doing, and it's why I started the YouTube series, versus take the next few months to just learn, take it easy, enjoy it, and then go into sort of full-time role somewhere to learn more then in September. And I think what I need to do is realise that I don't need to make those decisions right now. I know generally I'm happy doing what I'm doing at the minute, and just roll with it, which I find really hard to do, especially when I start thinking about the future and getting quite anxious about it and what it's going to bring. I know roughly that I'll be wanting to do agency work, whether it's my own or another agency, down the line. But yeah, I do like the idea of going all in with this, which is what I'm doing. It just, like, it plays with your head a little bit sometimes if you think you're doing the right thing for yourself in the moment and for the future. But I suppose that's all part of the process of doing this. Like, I'm still learning so much in terms of skills and so much about myself along the journey. So yeah, I've been straight back in it today. I was supposed to have a content shoot with a client. Actually, the one I talked about on Monday, it was supposed to be today, but the weather outside is frightening. The weather outside is terrible. And we're not able to shoot today, so that's been moved till tomorrow. But yeah, I've really been trying to, as I was saying last week, take things and adapt with them, and change what I can change, and not worry about things that I can't change. And yeah, that's what it's all about. Like, I'm so glad I'm sort of on this journey with the agency. I really am, and I definitely am today. It was just the last couple of days I felt very like, I could easily just not worry about this and not do this right now. But that is all part of the ups and downs, and it's important to just keep going whenever I feel like that. But if things are going well and things are working, but just because you don't feel fully in it, sometimes you have to know what you actually want and know that those thoughts will pass, I think, is the best way that I can look at it. I saw that myself over the last few months, whenever I didn't want to be doing work or fitness or ice baths, for God's sake, any sort of reading. Like, there was times where I just couldn't be bothered with things, but I kept at them because I knew in the future that I'd want. It's all about that. What would future you want you to have done? Whether that future you in 24 hours or a month or a year, what would you have done? What would they have wanted you to do right now? And I had that mindset for quite a long time, and that was great. But unfortunately, I think I sort of fell out of that, and it all sort of went work. I know that I need to sort of chill a little bit at times, and let myself relax, unwind, have a laugh with mates and stuff like that, whereas I was very, very strict. And I was happy and I was enjoying it, but I was very, very strict in what I was doing, to the point that I don't know if it's burnout or what it is exactly, but your head just sort of goes, right, you're like, you don't care about this. Whenever you do, and you know you do. I'm still sort of in two minds in terms of how you deal with that. Do you soldier through it, or do you just like fix your routine so that those thoughts don't appear as much. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to work out. I don't have all the answers. I don't have any answers, it sort of feels like this week. But it's all going good. I'm doing a little bit of client preparation for next week's videos for them. We've already got everything shot, and it's more just like an editing plan. So I can get the videos edited and then ready to go for Monday. All planned in advance. So that's what I've been doing this morning, this afternoon. Well, I'm just finishing it up now. And then this afternoon I'm shooting my own content, all being well. And then doing a little bit of uni work in the late afternoon. And then just actually take tonight from 5 o'clock, just take tonight off. I'm going to watch a film. Haven't watched a film in a few weeks. So I'm going to watch a film, just take it easy, get an early night and get up and at it tomorrow. Definitely back on track to where I want to be and the way I want to feel today. Just definitely back to it. But the last few days were just tough for a variety of reasons. So we'll check in possibly tomorrow on the shoot, possibly a wee bit later on. But let's go. So yes, client shooting Friday went really well. I'm not sure I got any footage of myself or during it, but I'll maybe overlay that now. It was quite a short shoot for a change. A lot of the shoots I do tend to be sort of half days or full days, but it was only about an hour and a half, so that was handy. Got that done, then did a good bit of work Friday and Saturday morning as well. I actually just got up and did a lot of client prep, client planning, strategy work, and then I joined a call with Lifelike Media, and it was really, really useful, kind of talking about content in a different way that I'm used to. So I sort of realised that I was and am very focused on organic, and sometimes maybe don't appreciate the importance of paid ads and proper strategized ads. There was a lot in that actually that I got a lot of value in. It was really, really good. So super glad that I joined that on Saturday. Then Saturday afternoon and evening I took work off. I did a bit of training, actually cleaned up the room, cleaned things up a little bit. Sunday I took work off completely. Felt like I needed a break. I'm still, as I was talking about before, I'm still kind of trying to work out the balance and the best way to do things. I had a long period of time there of just being in the grind and working well, but not sure if it was the right thing to be doing. So today's Monday. This morning I had a bit of like an awakening as such, that although I was in the grind and being really disciplined and doing things really well, there is another way to try and do things. And I think I needed that for that period, for me and my business and everything. I think I really needed that structure of like strictness and discipline and everything. But I think now it's kind of, I've just been a bit too harsh and strict on myself. So I'm just trying to work out the balance and what works best for me, if that makes sense. But still trying to work it out. And I think everyone is, we all are. We're all trying to work things out. But it's all good, pretty good form today. I actually took it quite easy this morning as well, just to ease myself back into it rather than feeling like I need to be up. And at the gym, I was a bit later to the gym this morning, and then sort of took it easy, had a nice coffee, breakfast, a little bit of journaling before working, and then I sat down. And it's a lot more balanced approach I'm going to go for this week, I'll say that. Well, focusing a lot more about the quality of work that I'm doing over the quantity or volume in terms of the time that I'm actually sitting working. So I'm actually reading The Now Habit. It's sort of about how to break procrastination and actually understand procrastination. So a lot of people talk about procrastination as a really bad thing that they try to get rid of, and like you're shit if you procrastinate and beat themselves up over, which I definitely do all the time. But this book is sort of talking about actually understanding what procrastination is, and a lot of it being fear that you're not going to be, that the work you're going to do isn't going to be good enough, so then your mind distracts you to do something else. So it kind of looks at it from a different way, and bringing in a lot of different techniques and sort of tools you can use to deal with it. So that's pretty cool, and I'm trying to implement that into my work, and then try and bring my life a bit more into things rather than just grind. So we'll see how that goes for the next few weeks. Could be completely wrong, but we'll see how it goes for this week anyway. next few weeks. There's no plan with it. I'm just trying to roll with it and see how it goes. I'm gonna do a sea dip this afternoon because it's a wonderful day. It's a really nice day, cold but really, really nice. So gonna do a bit of a sea dip this afternoon with a mate, bit of a catch up, and then come back in and do my own content shoot, which I said I was gonna do. I've sort of prolonged that. I'm gonna do it today. Start throwing more content out this week. So yeah, it's all good, looking good, pretty positive. In the whole scheme of things, it's all looking good, all coming together nicely. Client work's well prepped ahead, sort of a wee bit behind in my own work, but yeah, pretty pleased. Thanks very much for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you guys next week.